Wonderful. So anyone who feels to can click on the link and join the Hangout. Even if you don't have any burning questions, you can join. And if it gets too crowded, then we will ask some of you to leave. Namaste. Very good. Oh, the link did not show up. I'm sorry. Okay. And here it is. So this is the link to the Hangout. You should be able to see it now. You can join in the Hangouts. I wonder if the link is working. Namaste. The link doesn't seem to be coming. So I posted it. Let me post you the long version again. And we'll try the tiny one maybe next time. So how about if we try this one?
Namaste.
Namaste.
Good. I see all of you now. Welcome. Yes. Very good. I see all of you now.
Namaste.
And if you could mute, unless you're speaking. Otherwise, I cool.
Benim şeyim yok.
Welcome everyone.
Benim şeyim yok.
Just take a minute to settle down. Still getting used to this technology. You just take a minute to settle down. Still getting used to this technology. So lovely to see you all. Actually I'm saying nothing. You see? And when I'm saying nothing, it's completely confusing to the mind. And then because the mind gets so confused with this nothing, then you stop relying on this mind because it is completely confused. Because what is being spoken here, the mind cannot fathom at all, isn't it? So for a while you'll all struggle to try and understand. Initially, that's what happens. Initially, there is a struggle to try and understand what is being said through the mind, understand it as concepts. But soon it is seen that it is no point trying to understand this intellectually, because actually nothing is being spoken. And this nothing, which is coming from the heart, points you to the fact that you are nothing phenomenally. You don't have a phenomenal existence. And when I say phenomenal, I mean you don't have an existence in terms of these atoms and molecules. You don't have an existence in this appearance. So there was a question earlier Rashmi had asked whether I will still be looking at the chat and Ustream, and yes, I will try and do that whenever possible. And Shanti is there on the Ustream chat. Very happy birthday to you, dear one. So much love. So wonderful. All my love and blessings are always with you. It's very great to see all of you. And Louise is fast asleep. So wonderful. Kapil, I see you as well. So who wants to ask a question so I can reply with nothing? What questions still remain? Louise, is that Ruby with you? Who's that? I don't see. Oh, Ajnani's daughter is also with her. Very nice.
Yes, Anantaji, I would like to introduce you my daughter.
Oh, very happy to meet you.
Namaste.
Namaste.
She's a big Muji's admirer.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Hello.
She's just come back from Cambodia. I haven't seen her for 6 months.
Ah, I see. Cambodia, very beautiful place.
Yes, very beautiful country.
So happy, so happy.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
So how long are you going to be there?
I was there for 6 months, and maybe I will go back to live there from now on. Back.
Anandi?
Happy beings.
Would like to join something? Sorry, Adnani, go ahead.
Happy beings, Antaji. We are happy beings.
How are you?
Namaste.
So nice to meet you.
Namaste.
Good, I see all of you now.
Namaste.
Welcome. Namaste, Anandi. Namaste. Good, I see all of you now. Namaste.
Namaste.
And if you could mute, let me mute your audio. No, you have to mute the audio on Ustream maybe. Yes, there's no echo now. But if you mute your audio, then I can't hear your question, isn't it?
I muted my audio on
Yes.
YouTube. Is that better?
This is perfect.
Okay. I'm just happy I got in. I don't have a question yet. I just wanted to be here, and maybe something will arise in a few minutes because it took me a few minutes to get in.
Yes. Namaste. So we have Mata and Ananya in person here as well, so they can ask some questions if they like. Yeah. Yeah. So it looks like a quiet day for the Sangha. Huh? Let's see if there's a question in the chat. Jasminder says, Happy Guru Purab. Yes. Happy Guru Purab to all of you. And Guru Purab is the birth of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He was born on this auspicious day, the founder of the Sikh religion. It's a beautiful, beautiful religion. Shanti says, I just realized I didn't check the box to agree to the terms. Now it is full. Are we full now? Yes. So Shanti, if you have a question, we can ask someone to leave. You can just let me know if you have a question that you'd like to ask in person. And Mike says there is a lot of peace when I'm at sea, and home is much more difficult. Trying not to believe my thoughts, but it's often very hard. Yes. So what happens initially is that when we say don't believe your next thought, most of your thoughts you're able to let go of. But there are some sticky ones. These are the ones which is very beautiful to come to see that these are really sticky for me. And they will point you to the identity which still remains. Okay? So the thoughts could be about relationship identity, the thought could be about seeker identity. It will point you to which identity is still here. And in this way, it is very beautiful to see. So if you are able to see, are you able to identify which identity it is speaking of? Namaste, Vishal Naveen is here. Namaste. Rashmi says, I'm confused right now. Haven't been following the instructions, so not sure where I should be listening to the satsang. We'll get some more info from one of you offline. Yes. I think most of us are confused right now. You can join the club. That's fine. But here is good if you'd like to type something. Here is good as well.
Father, JC has a question. He's told you in the chat that he has a question.
I see, Jesse. Please go ahead.
I don't know if he didn't hear us.
Jesse, if you can hear us. Yes.
JC,
Jesse, if you can hear us, you can ask. Jesse had some lag last time, so maybe that's what's going on.
Yeah, maybe he's got lag. Father, I'm going to tell him in the chat.
Okay. Yasminder has a question in the meanwhile. She says, I have a query.
Namaste,
Often
Father. How are you?
us to make the most of this opportunity,
Can you hear me?
not waste it. But it is also said that you cannot do anything. It's all grace, and it's grace that will decide.
I can hear.
This
I can hear you. Yes.
Please help. Yes.
Maybe you can't hear me.
When the master is answering, he's answering the questioner as much as he's answering the question. Actually, more.
Okay.
So for some, and at some times, it is said that make the most of this opportunity. And other times, it is encouraged that you just let go and just allow everything to happen. Now, that is why we started satsang today by saying that I am speaking nothing at all. And this nothing will completely confound the mind and get you to a point where you give it up. Ultimately, there is no contradiction even in this. So how would you make the most of this opportunity? The most you can make of this opportunity is to, in this moment, not believe your next thought. And who is this instruction for? This instruction is for beingness itself, for consciousness itself, which is what we are. The person does not have the power of belief. The person actually cannot believe or disbelieve anything. This power of belief also belongs only to consciousness itself. You see? So who must make best use of this opportunity? It is consciousness itself who is imploring consciousness itself to say, enough of this game, let's go back home now. Make the most of this opportunity to see that you cannot do anything as a person. Right now we can see who I am. At least we can clearly see what I am not. And clearly a bundle of ideas I cannot be. And if I cannot find this person, then I cannot be a person. Also, the master often says not to make tattoos out of any words which are spoken. Right now, we can become empty of all concepts. That would be what I hear when I hear don't lose this opportunity. It is the opportunity for consciousness itself to get out of this delusion that consciousness has created. But if you try to understand this personally, that's when the confusion can come. I hope that helped. And Mike says, the flow of home, seeking change for my son, or making things better for my family, having trouble believing that things will ever be different. Once you are completely clear about what you are, then you will find that life is never vindictive in any way. And all that is flowing is grace. All of this is also grace because it is pointing you to Satsang. See, if you are having a lot of belief that the person can get somewhere in life, then those do not come to Satsang. It is those who have tried this person thing. See? You tried being this person, and we see that it does not work, or it is not working. And how can there be more peace? How can there be more joy? How can there be this presence? It is for those who have had enough of this game. This satsang is for those. No person has ever been able to create a happy life. From a person's perspective, it is just jumping from one desire to the next. Just shifting between desires and aversions, avoiding pain, going for pleasure. That is what a person's life becomes. There is no peace in this. You see? And when that yearning for peace is strong, then we come to satsang. And in satsang, we are asked, who are you? Who is this one who wants to make things better? Is it real at all? Or is it just another belief? And if you were to look openly just for an instant, without believing a thought, then you will see that no person has ever existed here. And this life, including your actions, including what you say and do, is being projected by consciousness itself. You have never done anything at all because you never existed. Never existed personally. You have always only been this beingness, and ultimately always only been the awareness in which even this beingness arises. You are aware of the flow of life. You are aware of what is arising and fading. This awareness you are. You are not a thing. So when I say you are nothing, it means that you are no thing. You are the one in which all phenomena arises. You are not a phenomena. Shanti says, no question that is so strong, but would like to have the opportunity to video chat, yes. But could expose that maybe there's some arrogance in never feeling a need to ask. This is very good. Maybe some know-it-all guy here, yes. Very well put. There just doesn't seem to be any doubt or need to ask. Yes, but in your birthday, it'd be very nice to have you in the hangout. So are you here? Oh, there you are. Happy birthday, my dear. So lovely. So why don't you unmute and let's see what happens after that.
Can you hear me now? Are you able to hear?
A little bit,
Okay, I'll come closer to the mic.
and I'll
Is
increase
that
my
better?
volume. Yes, much better. Thank you so much.
Okay. Namaste.
Namaste, my dear.
This is a great gift. Thank you.
Oh, it's so wonderful to be in your presence on this auspicious day.
It's truly a blessing.
Yes, it is, isn't it? It's so wonderful. So where's this know-it-all guy?
I
Let me
don't
speak to
know.
him.
I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know how to form the words or the question in a way that makes sense. So I don't ask.
But is
I
there a
wait.
question which is not being articulated at all, or is there no question at all?
There seems to be no question.
Yes. So that is no trouble actually. See
Or
what
if
happens?
there is,
It becomes a little bit strange when we run out of problems. So initially it seemed like I should have a problem, you know. How can it be that I don't have a question, I don't have a doubt, I don't have any problem?
yes.
So it seems a bit unsteady, it seems a bit unreal. So yeah, I want to tell you a story actually. So yesterday night, I was organizing an event for work. I had some work event to organize, and after the event, we had dinner. And it was very funny actually. So in the napkin that was served along with dinner, there was this very small, tiny splinter. It was like a small glass piece or something like that. You see? And then it went into my hand, and I tried to take it out. It was it was white, and I just couldn't find it. And when I came back home, I was too sleepy, so I went to sleep. But it was still there in the morning. And Garima and I both are trying to take it out in the morning. And then we did something, and then the pain was gone. But then, at least for 5 minutes, we were still checking: is it still there? Is it still there? So this is what happens. The ego could have been plucked out, but initially there's still this doubt. You see, it's still there. Am I just mistaken? Hmm? Did I really get something? Did I really get it? Am I really free of ego now? See? So this is the ego's voice itself which can say like this. Am I really free now? So this can be a bit unsteady and unsettling initially. Then you see that all of this is also nothing, nothing. And then the mind says, how can you be sure? Are you just being arrogant?
Mm.
Am I sounding arrogant? Something like that. And others will tell you that you are so arrogant now. You changed, you see? Because it is the same guy who's saying all of this.
This is true.
And they'll miss the light which is flowing from your eyes. They'll miss your presence for a while. But soon they will start drowning in your love. But you cannot even have an expectation like that, you see.
No.
I see only the self. I don't see the know-it-all at all. And your words have had such a beautiful perfume about them. You see. You're speaking now with my master's voice. It is very beautiful.
I feel that presence is here in everyone, in the sangha, and through you. It's so obvious that it's one. You're one.
Yes.
Beautiful. I'm so lucky.
The same. I am also so lucky to have all of you in this beautiful Sangha. This must be what Jesus said in the Course in Miracles, isn't it? This must be the happy dream that he spoke about. And Amba did a very nice reading from A Course in Miracles the other day also, where she spoke of the tiny mad idea. She was absolutely right that all ideas are basically a different version of the same tiny mad idea, the tiny mad idea of separation. I can be separate from the one.
Thank you so much, Father. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, beloved one. Happy birthday once again.
Thank you. I'll unmute now.
Okay, let's catch up on the chat. Kapil says, oh, I just looked for the Hangout link and didn't read any instructions in the chat window. Please let me know if you would like me to go back to the Ustream window. No, it's fine. Unless someone has a burning question, then we will ask someone to leave. Otherwise, it's completely fine. Vishal Naveen says, this universe is not real. You and I are awareness. Yes, but not as you and I, you see. There is only awareness. This is understood. Every action is the play happening by itself. Very beautiful. What else to be discovered? Master, director, nothing else. If this is your experience, if this is your true experience, then nothing else needs to be discovered. It's as simple as that. You see? And we don't have to go around telling the world that, hey, I'm awareness now, or I'm God now. We don't have to go around telling people like that. Even the words will come from your own heart, and this person who is going to try and proclaim himself to be God will be left behind. And your words will be dipped in compassion and love, dipped in the honey of presence. This is very good. Jesse says, Father, I wanted to bring up that there seems to be this one that comes up, that I am unfamiliar with the cultural aspects of the inquiry, having never been part of a Sangha, having never read any books, been on a retreat, etc. There has been a solitary looking in until recently, So the feeling of unfamiliarity with many aspects, paying no real attention to the details, just keeping my eyes on you, Father. You're at the end of the story now. Now we don't need to pick up the start of the book again. There is no need for any cultural familiarity. There is not even any need for any intellectual understanding, to read any books. From the truths of your own experience, then the words that you speak will sound like scripture on their own. I often take this example, isn't it, about Maharaj Nisargadatta, who was a BD seller, a seller of small cigarettes in a small road in Mumbai, in Bombay. He had no education. He had not read many books, or any books maybe. And yet, when he realized himself, the words that he spoke have become the Bible for Advaita now, isn't it? The book I Am That is referred by many to be the most powerful book on Advaita ever. Grace knows what it is doing. Everything is exactly as it is meant to be. So much love, Atma. Nitya, very good. So much love, Vishal, Naveen. Very good. Kapil says, can I come to the hot seat? I want to expose the one who is feeling shy, fearful of the hot seat. Yes, of course, you must.
Am I there?
Yes, you are here.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, my
Can you
dear.
see me?
Can't see you, but we can hear you. Have you turned your camera off?
Okay. I have turned it on. Let me just. Okay, it got turned off. I'm trying. Can you see me now?
No, it's still the picture. It's a nice picture, though.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Anyways, I'll just go ahead and expose.
Yes.
You know,
Good.
just 10 minutes before I decided I'll join this chat. You know, the electricity went off,
I
and
see.
there was somebody here who felt a little relieved that now that
Ah,
there is no electricity, I cannot switch on my computer and do it. You know.
yes.
So yeah, and I've also noticed there is this one which wants to get enlightened
Hmm.
and has plans. You know, what will happen after enlightenment and
Yes, yes. What will I call the Sangha? Huh? When will I do satsang? How many followers will I have? No, did you lose Kapil? Yes, we lost Kapil, isn't it? So let's see if he's on the Ustream.
Yes, I think we've lost him, Father.
I see. And are there 10 of us here?
Yes, because we had Prema join us and Hans.
I see. I see. So can I request one of you to drop off if you don't have a question immediately and we wait for Kapil to come back? Yes, yes, yes. Everybody doesn't have to go.
All right, Prema dropped off.
Yes. So Kapil can come back in now.
Yes, there's space for him now.
There you are. Very good. Welcome back. We lost you for a minute. Can you hear us now? There you are. Okay, wonderful.
Am I there on the chat?
Yes.
Okay.
And we have video
Yeah,
also.
Okay.
So now you're on the hot seat.
I'm happy actually.
Very good.
So yeah, there's like 98% of me which is very happy to be here, and there's this 1-2% which was trying to avoid the hot seat.
Yes.
So yeah, I thought I'll come on the hot seat and expose this.
This is very good.
And yeah, it feels nice to, this hangout experience is very nice. I always missed, being in Bangalore at your place. I was always, dreaming when will I get that chance. So this feels like that somewhat.
It does, doesn't it? It's so wonderful.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful because the rest of the Sangha can also join like this. We have beings from all the countries.
Yeah.
One big Sangha family.
Yeah. Yeah, I also wanted to thank you for everything.
Oh, you're so welcome. So welcome. I'm so happy I remember that we were in the silent intensive. I don't know whether Ananya remembers. We were in the silent intensive, and there was this one who was very, very witty with his remarks. And I told him that he must get in touch with me on Facebook.
Yeah, now when I look back, I guess that's how life was playing.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how I got to that Facebook link where I saw this event happening, and I said, okay. I mean, initially this one said, okay, let me go and check out what is this event about.
Yes.
And I had no idea, that I'll fall in love with this.
Very beautiful.
So yeah, I mean, there's not. It seems. I mean, there's nothing to worry as such. So there's no burning question.
I sense a but.
But yeah, at times. Yeah, but this one who wants to get enlightened very soon, it's seen at times.
Yes, this one will continue. But this one is not you.
Okay.
This one, you've already created, you've seen that there's a distance between you and this imagined one, is it? So what you're referring to is just this voice of the imposter pretending to be you, that you must get to your freedom path. Or you are not there yet.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is, so, yeah.
And if this voice was not believed, then how are you bound?
Yeah.
That's why I always say start from the perspective of being free. Because in this moment, in every moment, you are free. You can only pretend to be bound by believing your next thought, believing the voice of this imposter.
Yeah.
So then, what must you get
now? This voice also. Oh, sorry.
So what must you get now to say that I am free? What experience must be felt? What fireworks must come?
Yes. Exactly. Yes, this is what I wanted to say. Yeah, this always comes to that. Okay, how prove to me that you got it. Prove to me what has happened. Nothing
As
has
long as
happened.
you prove something to this voice, you will be stuck in this for many lifetimes. There is no problem in being stuck in this for many lifetimes. But if that is not what your heart is saying now, you're saying you've had enough of this game, then you can drop this voice, stop dancing to the tunes of this voice now.
Mm.
It has made us dance for a long, long time.
Mm.
What happens is we gave birth to this baby who started throwing so many tantrums, and we were running about to serve its every need, you see. And then we get tired after a while. He said, now you're grown up enough, you take care of what you want. I am not going to be in service to you now. And then for a while it will throw even bigger tantrums because it got used to the place of dominance. And then it will try to push every button that it has pushed in the past, and it will seem like it's pushing with greater intensity. But now you have, with the belief being withdrawn, you have taken away the remote control from the hand of this baby and you've taken it back to yourself. Now it has no buttons left at its disposal. So when we withdraw our belief, it is actually taking away the remote control, our remote control, from the hands of this insolent child. And it is as simple as that. You are free as long as you are not believing a thought, and even when you are believing a thought, you are actually free, just pretending to be bound. That is the extent of our problem.
Yeah.
Nothing has ever really happened to you. You have never actually been bound.
Yeah.
But don't try to convince this mind. Don't try to convince the ego of your freedom. It will never get convinced.
Mm. Yeah.
What will happen is if you harbor these thoughts, if you still give some meaning or belief to these thoughts, then anyone can come and tell you something that you are just, faking it, or someone told Amba that I have some hubris or something like that. And if there was some belief in something like that over there, then you would say, okay, it would cause some real suffering for you. And then you would start defending and
Mm.
saying, no, 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 I'm actually free. What do you mean? Are you free? You know, all these
Mm.
kind of things.
Mm.
But if you don't have any belief in any of these, then anything can be said. It doesn't matter. Someone can come to you and say, Kapil, you're completely faking it.
Mm.
See? And right now it might have some juice for you. That's why these words are emerging from here like this. If someone comes and
Mm.
says, you're a complete fake, you
Mm.
have not really got it. You have only been brainwashed. Ananta has only brainwashed you.
Mm.
All these kind of thoughts can be created by the mind. But once you have seen that none of this, you are free right now, and this freedom did not require any belief, then all of this mind nonsense can just be thrown in the garbage can without any effort even to throw. It just goes automatically, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. One last thing I'd like to expose is this one caught hold of your statement where you said when you met Mujiji and you felt the sense of I getting lost.
Yes.
So it got hold of that statement, and it is keeping that as a marker that will prove when you lose your sense of I completely. That will prove that you got it.
Yes. That's why you see, I don't like to share too much testimony because it becomes like a target for us to get to. So you just presume that
Yeah.
my ego was really strong. So when it went in the presence of the master, it seemed like a big thing happened, you see. But your ego is not strong at all, so no big thing needs to happen.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. So I was carrying a
Thank
much
you.
bigger burden. That is why the relief from this burden maybe felt so strong. It's not necessary that you were carrying the same amount. Maybe just this last piece of this thorn was left, which got plucked out and thrown away. Nobody's experience is ever the same.
Mm.
Sai Mujiji also says, some are stir-fried, some are slow-boiled, some have nothing. Some are pre-cooked actually. So maybe you were pre-cooked. How do you know? You were ready to eat. Just put in microwave for a minute and done. So if the pre-cooked meal says, "Oh, but I didn't have the stir-fry experience," then we have trouble with it.
Mm.
Where is this I that you did not lose? See, so when I say that I lost the I lost the concept that I was this separate me. It was only a concept. And with the lack of belief in this I concept now, there was this pure freedom and joy.
Mm. Yeah, there is freedom in the sense there is nothing to worry, it seems, and there is no issue. The life is good.
Yes. Now the seeker itself is the only problem. It comes to a point where the wanting of freedom remains as the only trouble. Now the mind is just grasping at straws, trying to keep you involved in its nonsense.
Mm.
You are not the seeker, you are nothing at all. No thought has any value, no meaning for you.
Mm.
Then be with the discomfort, you see. It feels a little uncomfortable when we are free from all the trouble. It's like, what is it called? It's called, there's a term for it, you see. It's called Stockholm Syndrome. I don't know whether any of you have heard it. So when you're held hostage by someone, then after a while you get used to being held hostage.
Mm.
And then when you find your freedom, you feel like maybe the hostage situation was better, it was more comfortable, you knew the rules. It happens to people who've lived in prison also for a long time. If you lived in prison, then when you get out, it feels too free, you know. You got used to life with a certain structure and a schedule, and you are following this schedule. Then suddenly, when freedom comes, you're wondering, what do I do? I preferred the prison. Many say this actually. You find it funny. Many actually say this.
Mm.
So just notice that this seems a little unsteady at first. You know, this lack of instruction coming from the mind and this voice which is telling us what to do and what not to do. When we let go of it, it can seem a little unsteady, but you get used to it very fast. Then you will not grasp at straws to say that I am still bound by something. And you will not even have the desire to proclaim that I am free or anything. If those words come, they will come automatically from the heart. No proclamations and no put downs about yourself. Just a beautiful neutrality, so beautifully ineloquent, you won't know what to say also for a while. Then the Sadguru himself will provide the words to be spoken. You might find that many people come to your presence just to hear these words. You'll just be sitting there wondering what is going on. It's very
Um, on a couple of occasions, because of grace, whatever I heard in satsangs and uh, what I whatever happened because of I just I sh- because of reading Baron Katie, I shared with you, right? I've been reading Baron Katie also. So on a couple of occasions, there were a couple of close friends who were struggling because of certain issues, and whatever I had learned from Baron Katie and from you, I just shared it with them, and they felt very light and very relieved.
very good. Very good.
So, but then this voice came back and saying, now you're trying to be a master, you're being arrogant and all. So, if there is any arrogance, I request you to take care of it.
If you were really arrogant, then you would not have this prayer, you see. You would not have this prayer that take away my arrogance. It's very beautiful to constantly have this prayer. Even here, this prayer constantly arises that if there is any arrogance here, let life slap it out of me in this instant. There is great power in this. There's great also, you will find some fear will come up initially when this sort of strong prayer is made.
Right.
Let the words that are your own, and you are witnessing even the presence of these words. And you are actually, so when satsang is flowing from here, the there is some aspect of the mind which still listens to satsang coming from this mouth also. So you will realize that you have nothing to do with how your presence is playing out now. So don't try to become a master and don't not try to become a master. No desire and no aversion. Life knows what is best. For me, it would be very beautiful if the entire Sangha of being was sharing. Because the world, as it seems to be playing out right now, needs as much of this sharing as possible. And you will see that for all of you, the voice which is speaking with this mouth will also use your mouth. That is my blessing and prayer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my dear one.
Yeah, you want me to mute my mic now?
Yes, that will be good.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See, you have the satsang grin now. This is very good. Okay, let's catch up with the Ustream chat as well. Atma says, I am amazed by Nisargadatta's ability to speak, so amazing, yes. After enlightenment. Namaste, Shani. As Nani says, my daughter is very happy to meet you and being in your presence. Same, same. So happy to meet her as well. You're very welcome. Atma says, today seems to me like satsang will never finish. Like I am here ever and forever. Only this moment, even I am aware of all else inside me, around me, but being here in this presence is actual, eternal now. Very beautiful. Like satsang is always. Atma says, all is happening inside myself, even Father. Yes, you are inside me, arising from myself. Very much. Meera, love you. Very good. Namaste, Kiran. Sorry I was not able to call you back yesterday. Like I was saying, I was with this, organizing this event. But maybe we can speak soon after satsang. How can I leave? It's not possible. Amba says, my heart is filled with love to see all of your beautiful faces. Anandi. She says, yes, heard of Stockholm Syndrome. Such a great example. Amba has a song to sing at the end of satsang. Yes, yes, yes. Let's have Amba's song. Very good. Go ahead, my dear. Unmute your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so it might not be a very long song, but it's a song that's been playing in my head for the last day. It's just like a made-up song, especially for you.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay. Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya Ananta Ji. Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya, Jaya 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 Ananta Ji. Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya Ananta Ji. Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya Ananta Ji. Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya, Jaya 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 Ananta Ji. Jaya Jaya Ananta Ji. Jaya Jaya Jaya, Jaya Jaya Jaya, Jaya 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 Ananta Ji. Jaya 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 Ananta Ji.
Very beautiful. Thank you, my dear. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very- Anyone else like to sing as well? I don't feel like leaving, you see. Ananya is going to sing as well. But anyone else online first, and we'll end with Ananya also. She's going to think of a song.
Hi, Father. Annie here.
Yeah.
Hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Namaste, Father. So I'm gonna go just out the room. My daughters are watching cartoons while I can watch Satsang.
Yeah.
um, so can I sing a song? My voice is not that good.
Very welcome to sing a song.
Just also been playing in my mind over and over and over. And just thank you, Father, for all
Thank you.
this grace. Jaya Shiva Shankara, 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 Jaya Shiva Shankara. Om Namah Shivaya.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Father.
Okay, Ananya is ready?
Father, you can sing along now.
Yes.
Sing, it is done.
Oh, yes.
Namaste. Happy birthday, Shanti. Don't stop smiling.
Satsang great.
You are always in my heart. Never shall we be apart. You are always in my heart. Never shall we be apart. Om Namah Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 It is done. It is done. Hallelujah. It is done. It is done. It is done. Hallelujah. It is done. You are always in my heart. Never shall we be apart. You are always in my heart. Never shall we be apart. Om Namah Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. It is done. It is done. Hallelujah. It is done. It is done. It is done. Hallelujah. It is done.
Thank you all so very much for being in Satsang today. Jiji ki jai.
Ananta ji ki jai.
Lucky Jay.
Jai, Jai, Jai.
Jay.
Jai Ananta. Happy birthday, Shanti.